नमस्कार. सडेतोड नायक करवळी तुमकां सगळ्यांक येवकार दिता. आज आमी एक खास मुलाखत घेतात आनी ते आसात जुजे मॅन्युएल नोरोना. नोरोन बाब, तुमकां गोमंतक टीव्हीच्या स्टुडियोन हांव येवकार दिता. नोरोन बाब हे गोवा पब्लीक सर्वीस कमिशन गोंय लोकसेवा आयोगाचे अध्यक्ष आसात आनी सगळ्यांत चड अध्यक्ष राविल्ले ते व्यक्ती आसात. 7 वर्सां जुजे बाब तुमी गोवा पब्लीक सर्वीस कमिशनाचे अध्यक्ष रावल्यात. तुमच्या काळात चड रिक्रुटमेंट जालो, तुमच्या काळात चड चेंजीस जाले. म्हजो पयलो प्रश्न तुमकां तोच. गोवा पब्लीक सर्वीस कमिशनान येतकीर तुमी कितें कितें चेंजीस केल्यो?
आतां हांव गोवा पब्लीक सर्वीस मार्च 2016 चॅरमॅन जालो, एक्टींग चॅरमॅन पयलो. आनी ताज्या उपरांत 2019 हांव फूल फ्लेज चॅरमॅन जालो, जानेवारी 2019.
येस.
आतां ते लास्ट 7 years म्हणजे चेंज म्हणजे खूब चेंज केला आमी. पयलीं सद्या आमचें ऑफिस आसलें तें इट वॉज नॉट रियली वेरी प्रोफेशनल. सो वी हॅड revamped it with the help of the Goa State Infrastructure Development Corporation, first floor and second floor of the building. Subsequently, we built the third floor. So we have our own examination center. Our interview room is more professionally done. We have made the office in such a way that it is more like a professional private organization more than a government organization. So the working environment also has changed. We have networked it, computers almost paperless. And in the last 7 years we have handled more than 1 lakh applications for jobs of candidates and in interviews.
Quite sizable.
Yeah. Another important दुसरे विषय में कितें आमचो मेन तें CBRT हें केलें आमी आतां, कंप्युटर बेस्ड रिक्रुटमेंट टेस्ट. आतां हो टेस्ट कितें मल्टिपल चॉयस क्वेश्चनाचो टेस्ट तो. प्रत्येक टेस्टाचो 75 marks. And 75 marks is divided into 4 parts. English, there is a reasoning, there is a subject requirement, and there is general knowledge and current affairs. Each question has 1 mark. Paper is of 75 marks and it is of 90-minute duration. And when the candidate completes the exam, tajo score computer se tadnach jata. Result at the end of exam. So transparency is at a all-time high, and the candidates also all know it. So there is another major achievement of the GPSC. आणि थर्ड तिसरो विषय म्हणून आमी एडहॉक प्रमोशन म्हणजे फॉर गव्हर्मेंट ऑफिसर्स पयलो एडहॉक म्हणजे खूब चालू आसलो. एडहॉक एंड एडहॉक हॅज नो व्हॅल्यू एक्चुअली. तो सुद्धा बंद केला आमी आतां. सो नाव वी हॅव गॉट fully professional office working environment. We have a computer based recruitment test, and we have done away with ad hoc. I think these are the major takeaways of the last 7 years.
तुझे बाब एक क्वेश्चन सदांच मतीन येता आमचे, तो म्हळ्यार की सामके GPSC एग्जामीक खूब उणे भुरगे पास जातात. आमचे गोंयकार कॉम्पिटंट ना असो अर्थ तो?
ना, कॉम्पिटंट ना म्हणनी तें तांचें कितें आसा तो एग्जाम ऑफ परीक्षा स्टायलूच वेगळो. तांचें पयलीं कितें बाय रोट तांचें कितें रिटन आन्सर ते बरयतले 3-4 पॅराग्राफ 3 पेज तें जाता तांचे कडेन. बट दीस इज अ न्यू स्टायल आतां. बट नाव दे हॅव इम्प्रूव्ड, दे आर चेंजिंग. सो नाव बिकॉज इट इज कंप्युटर बेस्ड, एप्लिकेशन बेस्ड, each question has got 4 answers. You have to choose the correct answer. And कितें आसा ते 4 आन्सर आहाय ते more or less it is the same. So unless you're very sure, you don't know which is the correct answer. So your
very competitive exam.
Very competitive. So we find that like all over the country, Bharat Deshan बोलले passing percent is like 0.1% or 0.5%. Goa meets the same standard. आनी म्हाका हें दुसरें हांव हिंगा आतां 1000 एप्लिकेशन येयल्यार आनी एकूच पोस्ट आहा म्हणटा हांव आनी कितें म्हूण कोतलो तो टेस्टच आसपा जाय न्ही.
हैज टू बी वेरी कॉम्पिटिटिव्ह. येस,
दॅट इज हाव इट इज.
तुझे बाब आनी एक क्वेश्चन येता तो, जुनियर स्केल पळय जितले ऑफिसर्स आसात ताका टेक्निकल क्वॉलिफिकेशन आशिल्ले भुरगे पास जातात. सो वॉट इज दीस?
ताका 2 कारणां आहा. एक पयलो कारण म्हणजे कितें ते मेनली दे आर रिजनिंग एबिलिटी एंड मॅथमॅटिकल एबिलिटी इन इंजिनियरिंग इज फेरली वेल स्ट्रक्चर्ड. इट इज होन्ड. थिंगा खूब शिकतात ते. सो द पेपर ऑफ द रिजनिंग पार्ट दे कॅन हँडल इट इजियर. दुसरें कितें आसता, मेनी आय एम नॉट कास्टिंग एनी दिस थिंग ऑन द कैंडिडेट्स, बट मेनली द पीपल हू एट द 12th standard, for example, science, who do well either go for medicine or go for engineering earlier times. So these are the academically better ones at that time also. There are many people who do BA and do exceeding well at our exams. But mainly this could be one of the reasons I feel. And this is not only Goa. देशभर होच पॅटर्न म्हणजे इंजिनियर्स IITs आहाय ते आनी तेच UPSC आतां IAS जातात. खूब जाण आसात.
हें कित्या खातीर? ते एक सारके खंयचे टॉपिकाचेर अभ्यास करून क्वॉलिफिकेशन मेळयतात, वा दे आर ऑप्टिंग फॉर?
आतां कितें आहा न्ही, द रिक्रुटमेंट रूल्स तसोच केला. एनी ग्रॅज्युएट वील डू. आतां एनी ग्रॅज्युएट ते सुद्दां एलिजिबल न्ही. आतां एलिजिबल मिन्स इट इज अ कॉन्स्टिट्यूशनल रायट.
येस, तें येवप बरें. अशे टेक्निकल क्वॉलिफिकेशन आशिल्ले लोक येवंक बरे.
आतां कितें आसा द वर्ल्ड
इंजिनियर्स आतां खंयचेय पोस्ट घेवपाक लागले गोंयांत.
हय ना कितें आसता न्ही द वर्ल्ड ऑल्सो बिकम टेक्नॉलॉजिकल ड्रिवन नो इवन एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन इज थ्रू टेक्नॉलॉजी नाउ वेदर इट इज थ्रू IT whether it is through now say smart city or whatever you require engineers. So if you have an IAS officer who also is engineer it may be useful to the government in that.
आनी एक भिरांत आहा आमकां सदां दिसता एवरीबडी वॉन्ट्स ए गव्हर्मेंट जॉब. इंजिनियरींग केल्लो एक सादे मॅनेजर पोस्ट घेता रवींद्र भवनान भितर मॅनेजर जाय सो इंजिनियरींग भुरगो येता. So this is not, is this fair?
See, it is the wish of each one. I think in Goa also it is more pronounced in smaller states. Like in Northeast also the same issue is that they would prefer to have a government job. I think maybe because of security, status. One more thing about this, if I work for government, it is a status that I get. Yes. There is something, if I say I work in a private company, say in some industrial estate, you are looked at maybe not in the same way as government servant.
Yes.
So the respect one gets. But let me tell you, government service is strenuous. It is not easy. It is not for the, especially at the higher level, with so many tensions and so many pressures. Exactly. It is not easy to work in.
No, पण बाबा जुदे बाबा म्हाका एक क्वेश्चन पडटा लोकांक गोंयान भितर एक अशें जालां की गव्हर्मेंट जॉब करप कारण गव्हर्मेंट जॉबाक कामूच करपाचें ना. एक समज 50 लोक जर आसत तातूंतले 5 लोक काम करता म्हूण गव्हर्मेंट चल्ला. सो हे गव्हर्मेंटान भितर एक एफिशियन्सी एक वर्क कल्चर हें ना अशें तरेचें. वॉट इज युअर एक्सपिरियन्स?
म्हाका तें अशें दिसना कित्याक सरकाराचो कामूच तसलो. आतां कितें आहा फायलो कितले येता लोकांचो प्रेशर आसता. आतां आमच्याच ऑफिसान चोय वी हॅव हँडल मोर दॅन 1,20,000 एप्लिकेशन्स विथ अ फ्यू स्टाफ एंड दे हॅव ऑल डन इट.
ओके.
इट इज नॉट दॅट दे डोंट डू. सो इट ऑल डिपेंड्स ऑन द लीडर.
Yes.
I think if the leader of the department is good enough, he can manage with the staff that is, and they are more than willing to work. कोण बेकार बसतो तेंका दीस भर येवन बेकार कोण बसलो
सारकें
तेंका आवड देखून ना न्ही काम करपाक जाय तेंका लोकांक. I think they will work.
आतां एक इशू आहा तो असो की कंप्युटर बेस्ड रिक्रुटमेंट टेस्ट पयली जाता ती टेस्ट आमचे एकेडेमिशियन्स तयार करतात.
Yeah, the test is an academic test only.
Okay.
And it is prepared by the syllabus and all by the academicians. So the commission as such doesn't involve in this issue, but we select appropriately qualified and experienced academicians for each particular subject who will set the paper.
And how often it is revived?
Syllabus we revise as often as required. So syllabus of different types. For example, whenever there's a new topic that comes in or there's a new requirement of a job, recruitment rule requires, so we go on revising syllabus and we ensure that all our syllabus is put up on our website. आतां आमचो GPSC वेबसायट आहा तो तूं वेबसायट चोवपाक गेल्यार सगळें आहा तेजेर. सिलेबस इज देर, ओल्ड पेपर्स आहा तेजेर, तुगे रिजल्ट्स आहा तेजेर, कोण सिलेक्ट जालो आहा तेजेर, मार्क्स ऑफ एवरीबडी इज देर. इट इज पुट अप एट द सेम टायम. So it is the transparency is a lot, and most of these exams is handled by technical, academically qualified experts.
Okay. आनी एक क्वेश्चन सदांच मुखार येता तसो की A आनी B ग्रेड पळय ऑफिसर्स आहात तांकां भुरग्यांक एग्जामी बसचे पयलीं तांकां एक ट्रेनींग आसचें, तांकां रिक्रुटमेंटाचे रुल्स कळचे, एग्जाम कशी बरोवची, GPSC एग्जाम बाकी एग्जामी परस कशी वेगळी, हाजें एक ट्रेनींग दिवपाचें कितें प्रयत्न किंवा अशें कितें जाता?
ना, GPSC हे दिवपाक शकना.
ओके.
कित्याक आमीच पेपर सेट करप आनी आमीच ट्रेनींग दिवप तें सारकें न्ही. सो आमी कितें तें ट्रेनींग हॅज टू बी डन बाय अनदर बॉडी. आतां तेसले खूब जाण मुखार सरला. डायरेक्टर ऑफ हायर एज्युकेशन इज टेकिंग इंट्रस्ट. देर आर सम कॉलेज गोवा युनिवर्सिटी इज टेकिंग इंट्रस्ट. आतां इंट्रस्ट खूब जाण दाखयता आतां.
ओके.
बट आमी तें करपाक शकना ट्रेनींग.
ओके ओके ओके. हो आतां इंटरव्यू प्रोसेस कसो तुमी तयार करतात? इंटरव्यू भुरगे आतां इंटरव्यूक पळय येतले तांकां इंटरव्यू दिवपा खातीर कशें तांकां तयार जावप?
So हांव तुका एग्जांपल दिता तुका. Now suppose we have got say 2 posts in a particular department. There's 2 posts.
Yes.
And we receive 100 applications.
Yes.
The first step is that all those of the 100 will answer a computer-based recruitment test. First
yes.
step. Now for 2 posts, we call for every post 5 people.
Yes.
So now the top 10 of the CBRT people will be called for the interview.
Yes.
So 10 people come for the interview, and then we will select the best among the 10. Now in the interview panel, it is there. I chair the panel. We have got experts from the field of the subject will be there. There will be people from the retired judges who are part of our panel.
Okay.
We have got retired vice chancellors who are on our panel. So it's a very well structured panel who are comprising about 6-7 persons, including a person who is expert in Konkani language. So Konkani is tested at the interview. So त्यांचे written, spoken आणि reading skills त्यांना चेक होतलो. ते एक 5-7 मिनटां भितर चेक करता तो आनी मागीर तो तांकां ग्रेड दिता A, B आनी C. C म्हणल्यार फेर, A and B is passed. So Konkani also is tested at the interview.
Very nice.
And
very
interview म्हणतो की त्या within half an hour to 45 minutes interview generally is it
Yes.
is.
हे कॅन्डिडेट्स तुमचे एक्सपेक्टेशन पुराय करतात
मोर ऑर लेस कितें आसता न्ही आतां ते टेस्ट एकेडेमिकली पास जाता आनी तो जॉब रिक्वायरमेंट इज डिफरंट especially for medical college, dental college, engineering colleges, they are a little different. But more or less, on at least 90% of the time, the candidates who come to us for the interview, they meet with our requirements.
Okay.
Very few times we reject them for an interview also.
Oh.
So it may also happen that we have had an exam and we have called say 3 or 4 people for the interview and there is one post and we have selected nobody. So we've re-advertised the post and recalled.
असे जाता असे खूप वेळ जाता
खूपच पाडे झाले.
Oh,
Yeah, many
म्हणजे
times.
द पोस्ट जनरली पीपल डोंट
Yeah.
अप्लाय किंवा क्वालिफाय जायनात
ना कितें आसता they don't perform well at the interview. So therefore we feel that it's better let us give a chance because एकदा तूं सरकार सर्विसान भितर सरलो तूं 30 वर्सां थिंगा उरलो तो for the service 30 years.
It's good, huh?
So it's better that we get the right person rather than
Yes,
having
yes.
somebody there for 30 years who may not serve the requirements of the people.
ओके आणि एक क्वेश्चन आता तुम्ही आन्सरय दिल्लो ताजो इंटरव्यू पॅनल पळय जो आसा तुमी सांगा म्हाका वेगळे लोक आसतात इंटरव्यू पॅनल पूण इंटरव्यू पॅनलान एक्सपर्ट येवचे हो तुमचो प्रयत्न आसतलो अशे एक्सपर्ट तुमकां मेळटात
Why गोंया
मेळटात.
we bring from Mumbai, we'll bring from Bangalore, we'll bring from Delhi, from Assam, from North. We bring from anywhere.
Okay.
Experts we have to bring and we go on changing the experts because it is good for us to also get a better pool of qualified people to
Yes,
assess
yes.
our. आणि कितें आसता दुसरें कितें expert when they come from other states, we can benchmark our candidates.
Very
Where do
nice,
they benchmark
very
with
nice,
them from other
very
states?
nice.
So we can do that as well.
आणि फाटल्या 7 वर्सांत तुमी कितले पोस्ट अशे भरल्यात
Post म्हणजे 1000 about 1000 posts of officers have been filled in the last 7 years, more or less around 1000.
Okay.
And we must have promoted and lifted probation of about 5,000 officers of government so far in the last 7 years.
सो तुम्ही जे रिकमेंड करतात इट्स युअर रिकमेंडेशन ऑर यू डायरेक्टली सिलेक्ट द कॅन्डिडेट
See, the process is like this. The commission will recommend to the government and the government more or less has to accept it unless there is reasons for them not to accept.
Okay.
आता किती आसता जायते फावटी कोंकणी is an essential requirement of all our jobs.
येस
Now in particular places like where large expertise is required, say Goa Medical College, say a heart surgeon is required.
Yes.
आणि ताका कोंकणीमध्ये ताका कांयच माहिती ना.
होय
So then we can select him and tell the government you consider him and you can waive off that Konkani requirement. The government has that power. We don't have that power.
Oh.
And that time the government can accept or reject. They say no, you re-advertise and get someone with Konkani.
Okay.
It has happened sometime in the past.
Okay.
But it's very rare that the government will reject our.
Very nice.
Very rare. Like last time in the last year, we recommended 144 people for job. They have accepted all the 140.
Wow.
Not a single
हांवें
one.
हो तूं क्वेश्चन कित्याक विचारलो म्हाका याद आसा खूब वर्सां पयलीं तेन्ना गोवा पब्लीक सर्वीस कमिशनाचो चेअरमॅन आशिल्लो JC आल्मेदा तांकां हांवें इंटरव्यू केल्लो अरे हीज कंप्लेन वॉज दॅट आय एम रिकमेंडिंग गव्हर्मेंट इज नॉट एक्सेप्टिंग
Okay. Okay.
पूण नाव द GPSC हॅज बीन
Yeah, I don't know what was the time. I don't know. I don't know about that time. But
Yeah.
surely now it is the government. They are, unless like I said, there's a reason for them not to. Suppose there's something that they felt has done wrong in the exam,
Yes.
or some wrong candidate has been accepted, or he doesn't have the required experience or the qualification, and we made an error of judgment. Then they can do. But suppose now there's a process for that. Now suppose the government rejects our recommendation. Then first of all, it has to be passed by the state cabinet that the rejection has been rejected.
Oh,
it has to go to the governor of the state.
Oh.
And the third thing, it has to be placed before the floor of the house at the next assembly, that the reasons for rejection of that particular candidate.
Oh,
So there's a safeguard in that they have to do these 3 steps. You know, and then once it is on the floor, because on our annual report it is written very clearly which are the jobs that the government has not accepted and the reasons for that. So it's placed in the assembly. So
पूण अशें जाता एज ए जर्नलिस्ट म्हाका विचारून दिसता की तुमी रिकमेंड केलें गव्हर्मेंट होय म्हणना नाही म्हणना लेटरूच धाडना अपॉयंटमेंटूच धाडना
माझी टायम
जाल्ला न्ही?
जावन
ओके आनी एक जाता तें एडॉक प्रमोशन्स एडॉक रिक्रुटमेंट हें जायत आसता सो हाका आळाबंद हाडप कशें
एडॉक पयलो आहलें तें एडॉक म्हणटा तो सिस्टमच तसो आहलो पयलो एडॉक मीन्स
सारकें.
यू promote person on ad hoc. Now ad hoc when you promote ताजो तो experience it is not counted for promotion for future.
Okay.
He gets only the pay scale and he gets the position. Like for example an AE in PWD can become E on ad hoc for 1 year, for 2 years, for 3 years. Every year the GP commission has to endorse it. Yes, we allow it.
Okay.
But we have stopped it completely. So
Nice.
it was not in the interest of that engineer.
Correct.
You know, so suppose for example from AE to become to E, you require say 10 years of experience, and he was on ad hoc for 5 years, and he has got another 5 years of regular. That 5 ad hoc is not counted.
Yes.
So it is in his or her interest that ad hoc is done away, so they are promoted on a regular basis from the day that they are eligible.
Okay.
So with that, the system now is much better. It is much improved.
ओके तुझे बाबा आनी एक क्वेश्चन आसात की गोंया भितर IAS आमकां ओन IAS कॅडर आसचें काय ना हो एक सदांच एक क्वेश्चन डिस्कस जाता कारण ते म्हणटात की भायल्यान ऑफिसर हांगा येतात आनी भायल्या ऑफिसरांक गोंयचें कांय पडून गेल्लें नासता ते 3 वर्सां पिकनिकेर येतात तशें गोंया येतात परते वतात सो तुजें पर्सनल ओपिनियन कितें की गोंयान IAS आमचें स्वताचें कॅडर आसचें
आता सद्याच आता फाटी एक 7-8 जाण IAS पावले आमचे
सामकें पावले
आय थिंक द गोवा स्ट्रेंथ इज 21 or 22 IAS दॅट इज द गोवा स्ट्रेंथ तातूंतले एक 7-8 जाण गोंयकार आसले पुरो दीस म्हाका तेज्यानी कित्याक ते बाकीचे येयल्यार दे कम विथ देयर ओन एक्सपर्टायज एंड देन दे आर ट्रान्सफर्ड आउट टू अदर स्टेट अदर प्लेस आमचे गोंयकार हिंगा वतले चड करून गोंया वतले सो इट इज अ मिक्स इज ऑलवेज गुड
कारण म्हाका न्ही एका पॉलिटिशियनाक हांवें हो क्वेश्चन विचारिल्लो कांय वर्स पयलीं तो पावलो आमकां जायी बी आनी नाकाय बी नाका इतल्या खातीर तो म्हणटा एखादो इनकॉम्पिटंट जर कोणी IAS जालो तो पुराय लायफ भर आमकां ताका सोंसचो पडटलो
बट म्हाका इनकॉम्पिटंट जावपाक शकना इनकॉम्पिटंट आय डोंट थिंक सो बिकॉज देर अ प्रोसेस टू सिलेक्ट हिम न्ही
ओके
ताका प्रोसेस आसताच एक्सपिरियन्स प्रोसेस तो सो इट इज नॉट दॅट इनकॉम्पिटंट दे आर कॉम्पिटंट ऑल ऑफ देम आर वेरी वेल एक्सपिरियन्स कॉम्पिटंट दे हॅव द रायट स्किल सेट्स all is there but to have a mix of people from here and there is always good maybe half and half and right now for example now there are some 8 or 9 Goan officers in IAS who have been promoted in a few years maybe 2-3 more and they are all young they're not old.
They are young.
Young means they are about 50 10 years more to go in service that is good. More than that you can't expect and they can also learn from the others when they come I feel you know that is there I believe that a proper mix is always good half and half
yes एक इशू हालीं डिस्कस जाता तसो गव्हर्मेंटान एप्रेंटिसशीप प्रोग्राम म्हणून स्टार्ट केला तांचे पळय टोटल स्ट्रेंथ आसा तितले लोकच येनात गव्हर्मेंट इज रेडी टू पे देम 10,000 15,000 रुपीज सो गोंयान भितर लोकच मेळनात कितें जालां
ना कितें आसता ते लोक आसता मात तांकां नाका बट एप्रेंटिसशीप इज अ वेरी गुड स्कीम एक्चुअली इट इज वेरी गुड बिकॉज आय गिव एन एग्जांपल वेन वी सेलेक्ट फॉर गव्हर्मेंट सर्विस मेनी टायम्स द एक्सपिरियन्स रिक्वायर्ड इज nil you don't require experience now to experience to ahlyar it is good for everybody so as an apprentice if you go to a particular government and I think it's a fantastic initiative of the government if they go and work for 2 years or 3 years and they get some kind of stipend then they are much more fit to be in government service than someone who has no experience at all and I think that I think our youngsters should understand that the time has come now to accept this is the way of life you come into apprenticeship and then from there you come I think many years back there was a PETS pre-employment training scheme many years back it is on a similar line so that you train in a job and then if depending on your suitability or how well you perform maybe then you could be considered for employment
आनी एक क्वेश्चन सदांच एक आमी चर्चेक घेता तो की आमचें एज्युकेशनल सिस्टम कशें आसा डिग्री कोर्सीस आतां इतले वर्स कॉमर्स फाटल्या आतां 30 वर्सां कॉमर्स तीच सेम लायन्स ते प्रॉडक्ट इतले तयार जातात की ते खंयच तांकां प्रायवेटीक मेळना गव्हर्मेंटानूय मेळना सो एज्युकेशनल सिस्टम आमचे अकॉर्डिंग टू अवर निड्स तयार जावपाक जाय प्रायवेट एज वेल एज गव्हर्मेंट सो हाजे खातीर तुमकां कितें दिसता कितें आनी हाव टू फेस हे इंटरव्यू कोणाक कळना एज्युकेशनल सिस्टमच अशें जाल्यार की तो थंयच्यान भायर ताका खंयचीच लँग्वेज येना खंयचें स्कील ताका नासता सो आतां कशें हाजेर विचार कसो करप
See, education, our system of education is by learning by rote. तुका कितें बरोवपाक जाय who about say history of Goa, they will write you nicely.
Yes.
But तांकां मातशें एक application based question if you give them they are a little bit hesitant. So I think the teaching and learning process in the universities or in diploma level or at ITI level or school should be more application based learning. Projects, writing thesis, writing reports, visiting sites, visiting factory, learning by seeing, learning by doing. This is by learning by memory. So someone who has a good memory will get a lot of good marks, you know. Even today if you see a result at the आमच्या टायमार कोणाक एक फर्स्ट क्लास मॅडम सारको आवडलें तें आतां तुका फर्स्ट क्लास मेळटा ताका वालोरूच ना 90, 95, 98 सगळ्यांकूच मेळटा तो पर्संटेज how it is and still after getting 98% they finish a graduate and they are unable to crack a GPSC exam for example but so what something is not right no? I think it is just that the way of learning has to be application based rather than by rote
म्हाका तुजे बाब सांगात की 7 वर्सां तुमी इंटरव्यू घेतात लाखभर लोक तुमच्या मुखार एप्लिकेशन घेवन आयल्यात सो तुमकां इंटरव्यू मुखार तुमच्या मुखार जेन्ना मनीस येता तेन्ना ताजें कितलेंय क्वॉलिफिकेशन जावं ताजे क्वॉलिटीज ज्यो पळय एक एज्युकेटेड ए ग्रेड पोस्टा खातीर तो आयला ताजी क्वॉलिटीज ताजे हे आसता एज्युकेशनल स्टँडर्ड ताज्यो बाकीचे क्वॉलिटीज आमकां गोंयकारांक ज्यो पळय गरजो आहा त्यो आसात.
Our Goan boys and girls are very smart.
But then they are not selected. They are
very smart. I mean, those who come for the interview. See, the main thing is about passing our CBRT. Once they pass, more or less they know.
Yes.
The main thing at coming for the interview, they have got knowledge, they are smart, they have got a good personality. They have to be calm, composed.
Yes.
Not get nervous about anything. They come for an interview and be prepared to answer all types of questions.
Exactly.
And then when you see 9-10 people in the front of you, naturally they are young, they will feel a little bit intimidated, but we have to calm them down, ask them questions, and they have to be very relevant. Sometimes you get people, you ask them a question, they will you have to be brief, crisp, to the point.
Yes.
You have to be clear, what is the answer.
आणि आमचो स्टँडर्ड नॅशनल वायज कसो आसा कॅन्डिडेट्स आनी मागीर तूं आमकां इंटरव्यूज सांग. पयलीं आमकां सांग एक नॅशनल लेवलाचेर पब्लीक सर्वीस कमिशन आसात आनी तातूंत IAS ऑफिसर सिलेक्ट करतात, A ग्रेड ऑफिसर, B ग्रेड ऑफिसर सिलेक्ट करतात आनी आमचो गोंयचो स्टँडर्ड हें कशें आहात नॅशनल लेवल स्टँडर्ड आनी गोंयचो.
See, I will tell you, they are comparing that Goa is not getting any IAS officer. I will give you an example. Population of India is 1.3 billion. Goa is only 1.5 million.
Yes.
How you expect our Goans to be competing in that level? It's not possible. When every year they are taking 700, 600 IAS officers. Like going with it's just a so it is not possible. Standards of Goans are very good. There's no doubt about it. Our people are good, our children are good, they are smart, they speak well. English command is very good. They can speak good English, they can read. Because that's their medium mostly there. So the children, only thing they require to get a little bit more exposure, a little bit earlier in life. Like for example, in some states, at 8th standard only, they start talking of IAS.
Exactly.
Our children, even when they are in BA, BCom, BSc, they have not even heard of.
So what is this? हें जें पळय आमचें हांगा एक ती फायटींग स्पिरीट ना काय आमकां गोंयानूच रावपाचें आहा.
म्हाका दिसना तशें न्ही तें कितें आसता आवर होल फोकस टिल टुडे आय टेल यू टिल टुडे इफ यू आस्क चिल्ड्रन एट SSC what you want to be, half will raise hand for engineer, the other half will raise hand for doctor.
Exactly.
IAS म्हणटा तें शब्दूच आयकला तें कितें तें at home somebody should tell them न्ही Baba IAS aha, IFPS is there, police service is there. There's so many other services, but we are still fixated with engineering and with medicine till today. That has to also change. This doesn't happen in the other states. They talk. Now the big states like Tamil Nadu, Maharashtra, UP, Bihar are sending large number of IAS because that studying starts very early.
आनी एक तुका एक क्वेश्चन जो म्हज्याय मनान सदां हांव डिस्कस करता, नॉट मे बी कनेक्टेड टू युअर जॉब, कनेक्टेड विथ गोवा पब्लीक सर्वीस कमिशन, की आमचे कडेन ऑपॉर्च्युनिटीज ना अशे तरेचे युथाक दिसता आनी युथाक भायरय वचपाचें ना. सो अशे वेळार ऑपॉर्च्युनिटीज म्हणजे प्रायवेट इंडस्ट्री येवपाक जाय. वेगवेगळे अशे आमचे कडेन आतां टुरिजम आहा, टुरिजमाक लागपी लोकूय गोंयांत तयार जानात. सामके नेपाळी आनी भायले लोक येवपाक लागल्यात. आमचे कडेन मायनींग आहा, ताकाय लागपी सगळे लोक भायल्यान येतात. सो हें जें पळय कितें प्रमाण आहा, भायलें प्रमाण आज जर गोंयकार आय थिंक इट इज 7 lakhs आनीक 7 lakhs भायले, सो टोटल 14-15 लाख आमची लोकसंख्या जाल्या. सो कशे तरेन तुमी कशें पळयतात गोंय फुडें कशें वतलें, गोंयच्या लोकांनी कशे तरेन जॉब ऑप्ट करपाक जाय, हाव शूड बी द मेंटलिटी ऑफ द यूथ?
See, blue collar jobs has always been a problem. They want white collar jobs.
Yes.
They will probably be a clerk in an office. They will be happy to be there. Or they want to have an officer's job.
Exactly.
But working with your hands, that is why our industries, our mining, like the tourism, waiters, hotel, they are all not from here.
Yes.
Our children are not there. That has to be taught to them also. That any job you do has got its own dignity.
Yes.
Dignity of labor has to be very clearly done. And I think they will get over. It just needs some time, because at a home today, if you tell, for example, in my own family, if suppose someone says I am a hairdresser, or for example I am a chef, or you are looked at a little bit differently. It should not be like that.
Exactly.
You should accept everybody. You are a hairdresser, you are a pilot, you are a steward, it's just they all earn their livelihood.
Exactly.
So long as they earn it honestly, I'm using the word honestly,
yes,
there is nothing that one has to be worried about.
Exactly. आनीक सदांच आमी म्हणटात लोक आतां भायर वचपाक लागले. गोंयकार आपल्या हातूंत भितर काम करपाक ताका लज दिसता आनी मोठ्या प्रमाणाचेर आमचे लोक UK चल्ले, पुर्तुगालाचे पासपोर्ट करून वतात. सो आमची एक यंग पळय जो फोर्स आहा, तो सगळो बरो फोर्स भायर वता आनी भायले लोक गोंयांत येतात आनी आमीच करंदाय मारतात. पळय आतां गोंयकार अशें उरलें ना. सो भायर वचपी ऑपॉर्च्युनिटीज, भायर निर्माण जावपी ऑपॉर्च्युनिटीज युरोपाक खूब लोकांक वचपाक आवडटा आनी गोंयांत रावन म्हणजे हाजे बद्दल एज ए गोंयकार म्हणून तुका भितरल्यान अशी खंत दिसना?
Yeah, see what happened. Europe is an aging population. Remember, it's aging. So when the aging population, the jobs that the youngsters do, think that they are very few. There's no children being born as much as here. Here we have a lot of youth. We have a very young population. No? 600 million odd of Indians are below 35.
Yes.
So that can be a labor force for the other. It's a good way to raise our economy as well. They call it money order economy. Money will come into the system.
Yes.
So I don't think we should look at that in a different way. This is part of growths of nations. Economy is built like this, you know. So if people go out, there's nothing, we should not look at it. The only problem is that because we are a small state, and because you say 7 lakh is a local and 7 lakh, that creates a demographic problem for Goa. That's an issue. Exactly. In a big state like say in Maharashtra and Kerala, it would not matter because it's a big state. Nothing happens.
People go out also, nobody cares.
Nobody. Here we are counting, we are seeing the small, everybody is going where, what is happening to the state.
Yes.
Like in a village, like for example in my village of Verna, suppose if you get say a building that comes up with 300 flats, if each flat has got 4 people, you have got 1,200 people in your ward.
Exactly.
Your demography has changed.
Exactly.
So that is one thing that's what's
everybody is concerned. Everybody.
That
so म्हाका म्हजो तुमकां निमाणे प्रश्न तोच आहा की आमच्या युथाक तूं कितें आव्हान करता?
For civil service exam.
Civil service, गोंयचे जॉब्स, गोंयचे गोंय सांबाळपाचे नदरेन, सगळ्याचे नदरेन.
गोंयचो एक पयसो दे our environment. Protect it, take care of it, because there is no second Goa or no second planet, whatever we say. One.
Yes.
Second thing, have dignity of labor. Any job you do, do it honestly, do it well, work hard.
Yes.
Third thing, you have to learn to work with sincerity, especially if you're preparing for an exam of GPSC. You have to work hard. There's no other way you can get that job.
Yes.
Hard work, and you have to work hard means it's not working for 1 hour every day. People who pass our junior skill exams have worked for 10 hours, 12 hours every day for 2 years. And that is how they pass. So unless you're willing to work that much for that long time, you will find it difficult to get in. And and be honest about whatever you do. That's the main underlying point I have to make to all the young boys and girls of Goa. And this new scheme that has come of apprenticeship, please take it on. It's worth it. It's good for you all and good for the state of Goa.
And also you appeal educational institutions. ताणें आपलो करिक्युलम, ताणें आपल्या गोंयचे नीड्स लक्षांत घेवन चेंज करपाक जाय.
Yeah, now the new NEP has come, probably they will take care of it. I am not aware of that fully, but I think they should take. But my thing for the concern is for those who have now graduated, who have passed, maybe ITI, Polytechnic, engineering, whatever. Take on this apprenticeship. This is the future for them.
Yes. तुझे मॅन्युअल नॉरन बाब, तुका एक बरो गोंयकार म्हणून लोक वळखतात. एक तूं काळजान गोंयकार जालोच, पूण एक बरो कर्तव्यदक्ष असो अधिकारी आमकां गोवा पब्लीक सर्वीस कमिशनान मेळ्ळा. आनी 7 वर्सांत तुवें कांय बऱ्यो देख घालपी बरी कामां GPSCन केल्यात. ताका लागून एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन आमचें कांय प्रमाणात बरे तरूण, क्वॉलिफायड तरूण येवपाक लागले. आनी तुवें GPSC हाजी एक प्रतिश्ठा आसता, ती प्रतिश्ठा बरे तरेन सांबाळ्ळ्या. ताका लागून एक नावलौकीक GPSCकय मेळ्ळा. सो तूं गव्हर्मेंटान भितर बरे लोक नेमून तांकां धाडटलो अशे तरेचो लोकांकय एक विश्वास जाला. ताका लागून तूं आमच्या स्टुडियोन आयलो आनी एक बरे तरेन आमी भासाभास करूंक शकले. तुवें एडवायजूय केलो युवकांनी गोंयची जॉब म्हळ्यार बेठेक आयले, काम करनासतना गेले न्ही, एक वर्क कल्चर जावपाक जाय. आनी त्या वर्क कल्चरान तातूंतल्यान GPSC एग्जामीक कशें बसप हाजें तुवें तांकां बरें मार्गदर्शन केलें. तुवें आमच्या स्टुडियोन येवन आमकां इंटरव्यू दिलो, ताचे खातीर गोमंतक TVचे वतीन हांव तुमचे उपकार मानतां.
Thank you for having me.
पळयत रावात गोमंतक TV.